Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the gripping tales of the world's most notorious drug lords. From Brazil's elusive Marcola to Europe's smuggling mastermind, Paul Lir Alexander, and the ruthless triad boss, Sik Ho. Paul Lir Alexander, also known as El Perito Loco. Paul Lir Alexander, born on July 27, 1956. Born in Santa Catarina and joined military service in the Israeli army and the Mossad. He later worked as a Drug Enforcement Administration (DEA) agent before becoming the leader of a drug smuggling ring in Brazil. He was reported to have been among the wealthiest of Rio de Janeiro's drug lords, with an estimated $20 million in assets, primarily in the form of real estate. Alexander specialized in sending cocaine to the United States inside electrical transformers. He owned various ranches in Brazil, his own business jet, and a yacht worth $25 million. Alexander was arrested by the DEA in 1993 and spent 17 years in prison. He was arrested again in Brazil and sentenced to 42 years imprisonment before disappearing while on a temporary release from a Brazilian prison in 2010. Zhenli Ye Gon, the alleged drug lord. Zhenli Ye Gon, born on 31st of January 1974, Shanghai, China, gained notoriety for his alleged involvement in international drug trafficking. He became a prominent figure after authorities seized a staggering $205 million in cash from his mansion in Mexico City in 2007, marking one of the largest drug-related cash seizures in history. Ye Gon initially gained wealth through his pharmaceuticals business, which supplied pseudoephedrine to Mexican cartels. His lavish lifestyle and connections to powerful figures in both Mexico and China drew international attention. In 2007, Mexican authorities raided his home, uncovering the cash along with various luxury items. Extradited to the United States in 2016, Zhenli Ye Gon faced charges related to drug trafficking and money laundering. His case sparked debate about international drug trade dynamics and the role of wealthy individuals in supporting criminal enterprises. Héctor Beltrán Leyva, the last leader of the Beltrán Leyva cartel. Héctor Beltrán Leyva, born on February 16, 1962 in Sinaloa, Mexico, became a prominent figure in the Mexican drug trade, leading the Beltrán Leyva cartel alongside his brothers. The cartel initially operated as part of the Sinaloa cartel under Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, but later split to form its own criminal organization. Beltrán Leyva rose through the ranks following the arrest of his brother, Arturo Beltrán Leyva. In 2009, he took over leadership of the cartel, focusing on trafficking cocaine, marijuana, and methamphetamine into the United States under his leadership. The cartel became known for its ruthless tactics and violent turf wars with rival cartels. However, his reign came to an end in 2014 when Mexican authorities captured him in a restaurant in the state of Mexico. His arrest marked a significant victory in Mexico's war against drug cartels and dealt a severe blow to the Beltrán Leyva organization. In 2018, Héctor Beltrán Leyva died of a heart attack while in prison, closing a chapter on one of Mexico's most notorious drug trafficking families. His life and downfall illustrate the complex dynamics of Mexico's drug trade and the relentless pursuit of justice by law enforcement. Roberto Suárez Gómez, the Bolivian cocaine kingpin. Roberto Suárez Gómez, born on January 8, 1932, in Santa Ana del Yacuma, Bolivia, rose to infamy as a key figure in the global cocaine trade during the late 1970s and early 1980s. Known as the cocaine king of Bolivia, Suárez Gómez controlled vast networks responsible for smuggling cocaine into the United States and Europe. His journey into the drug trade began through his family's involvement in coca farming. With the rise of demand for cocaine internationally, Suárez Gómez capitalized on Bolivia's position as a major coca producer. He forged alliances with Colombian cartels and leveraged his connections to establish a formidable smuggling operation. Suárez Gómez's influence reached its peak in the early 1980s when he controlled significant portions of Bolivia's cocaine production and trafficking routes. His wealth and power made him a notorious figure, feared by rivals and protected by a network of loyal associates. However, his empire crumbled in 1988 when he was arrested in Bolivia and later extradited to the United States. He faced charges related to drug trafficking, money laundering, and racketeering. His trial and subsequent imprisonment marked a significant blow to the international drug trade and a turning point in Bolivia's efforts to combat narcotics. Born in 1930, was of Teochew origin. Earned his nickname of Crippled Ho, or Limpy Ho, following a leg injury sustained in a street fight. He moved to Hong Kong from mainland China during the Great Chinese Famine in the 1960s. From as early as 1967, Ung was involved in the illicit trade of opium and morphine. He was married to Cheng Yuet Ying, who was also involved in the drug trade. Built a drug empire that, at the time of his arrest, was said to have covered Hong Kong, Macau, Thailand, Taiwan, Singapore, Britain, and America. Ung was arrested in 12th of November 1974 on charges of smuggling 20 tons of opium and morphine from Thailand and other countries into Hong Kong. Nicknamed Mr. Big by the media, Ung was convicted in May 1975 to 30 years of imprisonment, the longest sentence ever imposed by a Hong Kong court at that time. His wife was subsequently arrested and was convicted on 23rd of February to 16 years imprisonment and was fined 1 million yuan.